Welcome back again to the Voice of Source. This video, I'm going to talk about our scripts. Now, it's very important to understand that one of the criteria for exiting this game is to first recognize and realize that it is a game. Every single thing that we encounter is an illusion. Before we came into the game, we were all given scripts. Scripts are just like actors on a stage are given a particular script, and in the script they have the things that they're gonna do, the people you're supposed to be in contact with, the woman or man that is supposed to be your wife or husband, the children that you're supposed to bear, when you're going to get married. All these different things are a part of the script. When we came into this game, we obviously came in as children, and we came in with our script unlocked, so to speak. But the moment we consume animal flesh, meat of any kind, there was a fail-safe mechanism that caused our script to be locked. What that means is, to prevent us from completely destroying ourselves, the Matrix took over the responsibility of managing our affairs for us, so to speak. Just like the politician always say that people are too stupid to manage their own affairs, so we have to take care of it for them. So that's essentially what happened when our scripts become locked. So now, once our script become locked, the Matrix feeds us our script through the thoughts that come into our head. So the thoughts are flown into our heads. We assume that we have choices, but the choices we're given are the ones that are fed to us by the Matrix. There are no free will when your script is locked. You're following along the script to the T because it's being fed to us while by the Matrix. And the choices that we make are basically deterministic choices because we've been fed those lines. Now, if we continue to consume meat, well, as a byproduct of consuming meat, we sever, perhaps not 100% literally, but we diminish greatly the connection to our infinite source self, which means we don't have access to who we really are. See, our infinite source self is us. It's truly who we are, right? And in this 911, this 9 frequency realms with 11 frequency realms or dimensions with 9 subplanes, we have 5 game pieces, which I mentioned in another video. And our source fractal is one of those 5 game pieces that exist only in frequency level 5 through 11. It does not exist in the red zone. All of the other frequency bodies can exist in the red zone. So when we consume meat, we lose connection to our source fractal, which is on frequency level 5 and higher. So we are basically stumbling around aimlessly in the red zone, frequency level 4 and lower. And so we have a diminished connection, if anything at all, to our infinite source self, which means we are like soulless ones, right? And our scripts are locked, so we are being fed. Our thoughts, circumstances, and situations are coming to us by the thought forms that is fed to us by the Matrix. Now, once we start waking up to the reality that this is a game, and indeed we come to the understanding that it is a game, and we give up meat, which is essential for us to reconnect to our infinite source self. Once we've given up meat for a period of about 30 days, at that point, we will have a better connection to our infinite source self. And if all of our bodies harmonize on frequency level 5, well, once we give up meat, our energy is going to increase. right? Our synergy cell, which is the core of who we are, our energy is going to increase. And as a result of that increase in energy and not consuming meat, we're going to raise in frequency, perhaps up to frequency level 5, which means we're no longer in the red zone any longer, right? We're at frequency level 5. At that point, we could establish a connection to our infinite source self, where we'll be given source truth, knowledge, and information. But just like a young child, the connection is not 100% clear yet, right? Because we're still coming out of the fog of having eaten and consumed meat and dwell in the lower vibrational realm for so long. But once we get to frequency level 5 and we establish a bit of a connection to our infinite source self, at that point, with our intent, we could choose to unlock our script. Now, be warned that if we unlock our script and we're not ready to unlock our script because we have not mastered our mind, so to speak, then we could create a much more disastrous situation for ourselves, because our thoughts will start generating circumstances and situations in our lives. And those circumstances and situations will bear witness to our thoughts. So if we're not in tune or in control of our mental faculties, then we could literally create a worse situation for ourselves with an unlocked script at frequency level 5. We have to master this avatar. And in order to master this avatar, we have to master the mind. This is a mind game. This is a mind game. This is a virtual reality simulation. And the entire universe, the entire game exists within our minds. And so we first of all have to be committed to the journey and realize that there are no shortcuts, that we have to put in the work. And one of the first part of this work is to give up meat. Because in the giving up of meat, we raise our frequency high enough to get out of the red zone and establish a connection to our infinite source self. And it is through that connection we are given source truth, knowledge, and information that will help us better navigate this virtual reality simulation, right? So once we get to frequency level 5, after having given up meat for at least 30 days and establishing a connection with our infinite source self, at that point, with our intent, because we are source, we are creators. We are the creators of this virtual reality simulation. This is our game. We created this. So once we've risen in frequency high enough, frequency level 5, reestablish a connection with our infinite source self. With our intent, we could choose to unlock our script. And then once you unlock your script, the onus is upon you now to create your own reality. The law of attraction now will start working for you. So you have to know exactly what it is you want if you're going to unlock your script. And you have to be able to visualize whatever it is you want to experience in this game. We can do anything we want in this game, but be mindful that although everything is permissible for a source fractal, not everything is beneficial. And so we have to be very, very, very cognizant of the choices that we make in every single thing. We have to be very, very, very mindful of our choices. And so unlocking our script, the first step to unlocking the script is to give up meat and raise our frequency high enough to at least frequency level 5. Once we're at frequency level 5 and have given up meat for 30 days or more and have a connection to our infinite source self, at that point we could ask our infinite source self if it would be beneficial for us at that point to unlock our script, because we may not be mature enough or ready enough to unlock our script so soon in our rise in frequency to level 5. And so be very, very, very mindful of that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. There will be much more information to add about the script, and I'll see you in the next one.